It's not math, it's not grammar, it's Professor's grammar lesson. And today, guys, we're going to see the causative. What are they? The causatives are structures in order to express the idea that you're going to have someone do something for you. There are structures in order to say that you're going to obtain something from someone, that you're going to obtain a service from someone. The good news is that those structures are actually very similar to math formulas, insofar as if you have a bare structure that is always respected, then you know that the end of a formula, that the end of a structure is always going to be the same, which is a huge time saver for the TOEIC, as an example, for whenever you're going to be asked to complete a sentence containing a causative. So let's speak about it. What are causatives? The causatives are structure that are similar to math formulas again. We're going to discuss said structure, the bare one, and then a bit more in detail all the substructures that you can find. And we're also going to discuss a trap that is to be avoided in order not to lose point. So what is the bare structure of a causative? Basically, you've got a trigger verb that is usually followed with a complement. So it can be a complement of person, so someone there for short, or an object complement, something for short there, and then an arrival verb. The trigger verbs are always the same. We're going to discuss them in a minute, and their form will have no impact on the arrival verb. What is going to have an impact on this verb is whether or not you're going to use those complements. So let's go. The trigger verbs are the verbs that you can see in capital letters. So let, make, have, want, and get. I suggest you guys remember this table written like that with those colors. Why? Because they are color coded. What do you have to understand is that the two trigger verbs let and make are actually built around the same formula. What is said formula? Actually, whether or not let and make are followed by a person complement or an object complement, someone or something, the verb that is to be followed will be in its base form. What does that mean, base form? The verb will be as its simplest form, so without a to, without an ed, without an ing, and without an s. If you've got any doubt with that, I suggest you watch my 5 basics video. So, as an example, I will build a sentence that says, I will let you go. There you have a future. There you have the verb let, followed by a person complement. So the verb that is to be after is in its base form. What is a complement of person? You can have a pronoun, a noun, a title. So someone like Professor Gramath, the professor, the teacher, he, she, something like that. It refers to a person. After let, then you know that the verb that is after is going in its base form. Same thing for make, as an example. I made, why not, it go away. There you can see that make is actually in the past tense, but it changes nothing in the fact that the following verb is going in, it's going, sorry, to be in its base form. I made it go away, as an example. So these two are actually the simplest to build. Then want and get are also built around similar structures with each other, insofar as whether or not want and get are followed by a person complement, so someone there, you will have to put the next verb in its infinitive verb. So, as an example, I want you, and then so want you to know it. But, or I get you to do it. As an example, I'm going to obtain that from you. But if want and get are followed by an object complement, then it changes the sentence in something like I want it done, or I get it done as well. So the verb is in its past participle form, so the ed form for short. Lastly, the last trigger verb is have. Have, when followed by a person complement, will be followed by a verb in its base form. Always, always, always. So I'll have you review it as an example. Whereas if have is followed by an object complement, then the verb that follows will be in its ed form in the past participle. So I had in the past tense, because as you know now, it changes nothing. I had my lesson given. So to recap, the causatives are one, two, three, four, and five verbs, five trigger verbs that you have to know by heart and train yourself to detect them. Whenever you are reading or listening to something, if you hear or read a let, a make, a get, and have, or want, is there a complement after? Yes, no. If there's one, is it a person complement? Is it an object complement? And depending on what is after, then you know that the verb that is to follow is always, always, always going to be in the same form, which is a time saver for the TOEIC, which means you're going to save a lot of time, of energy, of points, and good mood, which is always useful for the TOEIC. Now, what is the trap that I told you about? The trap is maybe with the have verb, because such sentences, I have you review it, I had my lesson given, might be a problem for you because it might be similar with such sentences. You know, I have done something is not I have something done. This one is a present perfect. There, you are the person who did the thing, whereas there is a causative. So what's the difference? For starters, the difference is the order. There, you have done something, whereas you have something done. You made it so that someone else did it. That thing that was done was not done by you, whereas there it was done by you. So any of you who might become a team leader, a manager, might have to know that, because it makes a world of difference there. So that's it for you guys. Again, to recap, remember those verbs. Let's make, have, want, get, and remember, train yourself to detect them. And whenever you can detect them, see if there's a someone or a something that is alluded to, and if so, what is to be followed. That's it for today. Good luck and have fun, guys.